Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Hi, everyone. This is Tammy Patzer, and I'm really excited to introduce today's guest, Jenn ARREDONDO. She is a speaker, author, healer, and mom nurturer. She has been an energetic body worker and yogini, and she effortlessly weaves together the body-mind-spirit connection. Now, this is really exciting because she is actually part of the team who has brought the world the Boogly Wooglies and also Soul Garden Space. And she has a very cool event coming up, and it is Mindful Motherhood, Finding Flow, Abundance, and Bliss when the doo-doo hits the fan. And it's going to start next week or this coming week, November 11th, and run through the 21st. So that's 11/11 for 11 days. And I want to tell you a little bit about the people that Jenn will be interviewing. She's going to be interviewing mindful motherhood experts, including mothers who are published authors on the topic and professionals in self-care, so you can learn their best tips and tools to be more connected, loving, and playful with our children, our kids, and to help unify everyone as moms to help each other satisfy the core needs of feeling safe, supported, and nurtured. So with that, I want to really welcome you, Jenn, because I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, and believe me, having this mindfulness, especially when the doo-doo hits the fan, is very important. So welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
This is really exciting, Jenn, because you have put a lot of thought into mindful motherhood. And tell me a little bit more about how you came up with this concept to invite all of these mindful motherhood experts so that moms out there can get the help and support they need.
Yeah, thank you for asking. So, this really started because I was a mom who desperately needed nurturing and self-care and support. And, I recall sitting on my couch, the house was a mess, and I was strapped to breast pumps because my son had trouble latching. So with one hand, I'm feeding him with a bottle, and with another hand, I'm feeding myself yogurt. And my husband snaps this picture of me, and, and then he takes off. I look at it later and I'm staring at this picture and, I see this person and I'm like, oh my gosh, like she's doing the best she can to be a mom. And I saw the lighthearted smile, but I knew like I was hurting inside. Like I was desperately needing a mom community. I had support from my husband, my family, but, the mom community was a deep missing for me. And I didn't know how to get self-care in for myself because I was just learning how to do the mom thing. So this happened because, I realized in that moment, I needed to start seeking a mom community. So I began my journey seeking a mom community. I got to start teaching Mommy and Me yoga classes. I met up with other moms and we formed this amazing village. We call ourselves the Mama Tribe now. So I now have my mom community. I've started taking on self-care for myself every day, and I've noticed the difference. And so now that my cup is full, I feel like I'm ready to begin supporting other moms because I know, how needed this is. Like, I had a difficult time finding this for myself. And so if I can provide this for other moms, it would be such a dream, such a pleasure.
It's so funny because you brought back these memories. Of course, I'm a grandmother now, but back in 1989, when my son was born, I was producing a TV show at the time. And I remember very distinctly, I was nursing him. I had him in my arms, of course, latched on, and then I was typing into a computer. And then, of course, I put him in a playpen at my office. And then I would take him around to show him off to all my clients because I didn't have any other way of doing that. But we didn't have like a virtual support system, back. That was kind of like right at that time before the internet, and everything. So what you're doing, I think, is so powerful. So can you tell me more about this event? And you have 11 days of help. So how can people participate or get involved in learning from all these people? And maybe you can tell me about some of the people who are coming in to the Mindful Motherhood event.
Sure. Yeah. So it's so amazing. We've gathered over 20 experts. So every day we'll be releasing 2 videos. There'll be 30-minute Zoom call interviews. So we tried to make them short but impactful, right? In 30 minutes, we just give as much as we can. I've invited amazing speakers and authors and, PhDs to come and share their tips with the moms. And so basically, one of them, Miss Lee Koechner. She's amazing. She is a Deepak Chopra parenting coach. And she's also produced a Mindful Motherhood film with Deepak Chopra and Jewel. And that's going to be released soon. So, she's such a treasure. Hunter Fields Clark. She is just an amazing author. She's coming out with a book called Raising Good Humans, and she's a mama mentor. So I have so many amazing folks. We're going to be talking on topics of postpartum, on, finding your flow. How do you find your own mindfulness? Ways to invoke mindfulness in your home by, of course, starting with yourself. And then, tips to bring your family in as well, and how to involve your children and have it be really playful to bring mindfulness into the family. But we, of course, this series, I feel like there's so much out there for the little ones in terms of mindfulness. We really wanted to focus on the moms because the moms, they give so much to others and they forget to take care of themselves. So we wanted this to be a gift for the moms. And so for folks who are interested and would like to view this, hear this, it's a free online series. They just have to go to soulgardenmoms.com. So that's soul, SOUL, garden, like you're in a garden, and then moms with an S. And they just sign up there, and then they'll get emails every day with the new interviews.
So it starts on November 11th, and you'll have 2 nice, powerful 30-minute interviews from different mom experts, and just the few that you named. I know this is really going to be a powerful, impactful, helpful video series. And it is a video series, so you can watch it And then, of course, getting some of those questions answered. And again, it's this support system. It's so vital today that moms have a support system, because it was funny when you were describing sitting there on your couch, nursing the baby, then the other side you were attached to a breast pump, or and then your husband snaps the picture. You were like the mom cyborg.
Totally. It reminds me, I don't know if you or your audience have seen, what is it? Road Warriors?
Yeah, or the Water World is another one.
Yes. Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Excuse me. Yes, Mad Max. There is a scene where these women are attached to pumps, and it's like a post-apocalyptic world where they don't have food, they don't have water, and so these women are the source. And these are like elder women, and this is their main job. They just sit there all day attached to these pumps. And I remember when I was in the hospital and I had to start doing this, it was my dream to breastfeed my baby, but he had trouble latching. So I had to strap these things on, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my life. I'm like a scene from Mad Max.
Well, that is a really important topic. And one of the most important parts about that is you said it was my dream to be able to breastfeed my baby. And then something happened and I couldn't because of the latch factor. And that's a lot. Think about how that made you feel, that that feeling of, it isn't working out the way I thought it would. And that happens to a lot of moms. And they need to have a community so they can ask questions of like, what do you do? Who is there to support? And not everyone has that wonderful support from their husband or other family members. There's a lot of women having babies in more non-traditional settings too. And so everything you're talking about, I mean, I can just think of all of these things where women need support. And it sounds like this is going to be a really good opportunity. And the beauty of it is the mindful motherhood, finding flow, abundance, and bliss. Even when everything's just kind of blah, around it's to help somebody to find that space of peace. And I think you're right. Often the focus is on the children or the child, but the mom needs that nourishing support. So you're providing that, and it comes at the perfect time going into, the holiday season when there's all these other factors that are happening. So I think that's really important. So you had talked about different topics. Are you done doing all your interviews? And do you have any cool insider information from some of your interviews?
Yes. So actually, you bring up that point of the holidays coming up, and, we were a little behind in schedule in terms of interviews. I have 2 spots available. And so I'm filling them as we speak. But this is something where we'll be behind the scenes as we're releasing, could still be producing behind the scenes. And it's just action packed over here. So my mindful mama tools come in handy. And basically it's going to be really exciting. So yeah, we wanted to go ahead and push through with it and just have it be released pre-holidays, because I know this is going to be so valuable for the moms to be able to have these mindful motherhood tools as the holidays come in. And so, yes, so many awesome goodies. Dr. Cheryl Ziegler is coming on board. She just released a book called Mama Burnout, and she's going to give awesome tips. And her mission is to really help with postpartum depression in the world, because it's not talked about. I mean, it's talked about more in society now, but in the past, it was just something where we did not talk about it. It was like something that moms just kind of struggled with in silence, and a lot of the grin and bear it would happen. And so, and honey.
So this
is my little one,
Mom. And it's funny because children make everything more exciting and everything. And, I know someone that I'm going to refer to you. Her name is Dr. Linda Abijabber, and she's actually a pediatrician. And she's written different books about the subject, but she's I guess you would call her like a holistic type pediatrician. And she has a lot of really good answers to different questions that moms have. So I immediately thought of her when you were saying that you might have an opening for, another guest, and she would be a very good one because she's, like a pediatrician and has lots of experience with moms and parenting. And also with working with dads to become better fathers. So that's another thing in the future that you could do, Jen, is there could be a whole nother one, Mindful Dads.
Yes.
That you could open that up, because more and more dads are realizing, hey, I want to be there helping with the children and helping, to nurture their mate or their whatever you want to call them, the mother of their children. They want to be there in a bigger role, because when I was growing up, the roles were the mom either stayed home and or they also worked, and the dad went to work. But typically the dad wasn't staying home. They were, technically supposed to be the breadwinner. But then, of course, somewhere along the line, it became where everybody's working, and then the children go to daycare. And that's a whole nother issue that, can be discussed at some point. I can see where you could have this mindful motherhood become an ongoing event with different people, different topics for a long time, because it's such an important thing. I wanted to ask you about mindfulness, because I don't always understand exactly what mindfulness is and how do you live it. So can you explain?
Of course. Yeah. So mindfulness is really, when you think of being mindful, it's coming back to, of course, like turning inward, right? Because first we have to focus on self. So to invoke a mindfulness practice, we start with our breath. When you slow down your breath and your breathing, you're able to be more present and focused. And, you're able to see and be an observer, not only of others, but of yourself, of your actions in the world. So it's being mindful of your actions. It's being mindful of the food you're putting into your body. It's being mindful with your choices. So it really becomes, we call it a practice, because, just like everything you first learn to do, like riding a bike, you have to practice it, and you might fall in the beginning. So you might like have all these amazing tools to become a really mindful parent. And then all of a sudden, doo-doo hits the fan. You might, start blurting out at your child or your husband or your partner, whoever. And you go, oh my goodness. So mindfulness practice can still come into play there because we take responsibility for our actions. We look at our actions and we say, oh my goodness, I am so sorry that happened. I'm human. And so we have compassion for ourselves. We're not always perfect. And then we let the other person know, I am so sorry that happened. No one should ever yell at you or treat you that way. I apologize. I was feeling really frustrated in that moment and I apologize. I'm going to do my best not to do that again. And so that's what mindfulness looks like. It's just a practice every day. We do our best to be mindful.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. And because I think that's really important to understand what it means and how it works in your daily life and how it can make a difference in the quality of your life each and every day. So Mindful Motherhood, Finding Flow, Abundance, and Bliss When the Doo-Doo Hits the Fan is starting November 11th through the 21st of November. And so it starts on 11/11 and runs for 11 days. And it's complimentary. So that means it's free. Mm-hmm. And everyone can register at soulgardenmoms.com. And again, you have some really super mindful motherhood experts coming on. And it's 2 interviews a day, and a half an hour. And the beauty of it is the fact that it is recorded videos. So that means that if they can't watch it at any certain time, they could watch it when they're available to listen, right?
Yes. There will be, the replays will still be up for them to watch. But it will be for a limited time. So be sure to check your email box and check those out if you do want to see them. Yeah, there's going to be some amazing speakers and guests on there. So I would definitely not miss this.
So you definitely want to go and get the complimentary ticket. And can you get the ticket now? Is it available now?
Yes, it's available now.
So go to soulgardenmoms.com, get your complimentary ticket. And then remember, it runs November 11th through November 21st. And you don't have to worry. Thanksgiving is late this year. It's the 28th. So you don't have to worry about it getting in with your Thanksgiving plans or anything. So 11/11 through for 11 days, and it's Mindful Motherhood, Finding Flow, Abundance, and Bliss When the Doo-Doo Hits the Fan. So, Jenn, before I let you go, is there anything else that you'd like to add or remind people about?
Yeah, I just want moms to know that I see you, I hear you, I know your struggles, I've been there, and I still go through my daily struggles. And, I want to be a support for you if we're a match. And if not, I just invite you to seek out your own mama tribe, who can be there, to support you, who will have your back. Because you want to have that. That's truly how we get through this journey, is by having our tribe, our support system. So what's going to work for you? And I promise you, if you tune into this series, you're going to find like some amazing tips, some amazing wisdom to help you on that journey. And I'm also available. I do one-on-one coaching. So that could be in person. I'm in the South Bay, the beach cities of California, but I can also do them remotely. So via via online sessions. I do healing work. I support moms in, really coming back to themselves. So if that's something you're in need of, please reach out. They can email me at jen@soulgardenspace.com. So Jenn, Jenn, at soulgardenspace.com. And yeah, I just really invite moms to find their own flow. That's what it's all about, because, we are the support system of our families. So we really got to find a way to nurture ourselves so we can continue to do the thing we do best, which is nurture our little ones.
That's really super. So everyone, starting November 11th through the 21st, 11/11 for 11 days, Mindful Motherhood with Jenn, and it's finding flow, abundance, and bliss when the doo-doo hits the fan. So you can tell just by the title of the program, it's going to be fun, informative, and they call that edutainment. So thank you so much, Jenn. I really appreciate you coming and telling me all about this event, and I really hope that people benefit from it. And thanks for telling me more about what being mindful means. That was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tammy.
Everyone, this is Tammy Patzer. Go make it a beautiful day.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.